California's Dream for All a helping hand or a step too far? California Assembly. Bill 1840, also known as the California Dream for All program, has ignited controversy. This bill proposes using taxpayer money to help illegal immigrants buy homes. Proponents argue it fosters inclusivity and equity. They envision a California where everyone has a shot at home ownership. Opponents view it as misguided, prioritizing non-citizens over struggling citizens. Many Californians are already grappling with sky-high housing costs. They question using tax dollars to help those here illegally. The debate touches on immigration, fairness, and the role of government. A bridge too far. Veterans and taxpayers voice concerns. Veterans are among the most vocal opponents of AB 1840. Many struggle to afford housing in California's competitive market. They argue the state should prioritize helping those who served. Senator Brian Dahl echoed this, stating we should take care of our own first. Taxpayers also worry about the financial implications. The program could cost taxpayers $1 billion annually. Critics argue the money could be better spent on education or infrastructure. The debate over AB 1840 highlights a growing divide. CHIRLA, champions of immigrants or self-serving advocates. At the forefront of the push for AB 1840 is the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, or CHIRLA. This organization has long advocated for the rights of immigrants, regardless of their legal status. CHIRLA sees AB 1840 as a crucial step towards dismantling systemic barriers that prevent undocumented immigrants from achieving financial stability. However, CHIRLA's advocacy has not been without controversy. Critics question the organization's motives, pointing to the substantial government funding CHIRLA receives. They allege that CHIRLA is more interested in advancing its own agenda and securing its funding stream than in genuinely helping Californians. CHIRLA maintains that its advocacy is rooted in a deep commitment to social justice. They argue that everyone deserves access to safe and affordable housing, regardless of their immigration status. They believe that AB 1840 would benefit not just immigrants, but all Californians by creating a more equitable and prosperous society. Public outcry, a bill igniting social media and societal debate, AB 1840 has become a lightning rod for controversy, sparking outrage and igniting heated debates across the state. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for opposing viewpoints, with hashtags like #AB1840 and #Californians first trending on Twitter. Comment sections overflow with passionate arguments reflecting the deep divisions within Californian society. Supporters of the bill argue that it's a matter of basic human dignity. They believe that everyone deserves a roof over their heads, regardless of their immigration status. They point out that undocumented immigrants contribute significantly to the California economy and deserve the opportunity to build a better future. Opponents counter that rewarding those who have broken the law sends the wrong message. They argue that AB 1840 would incentivize illegal immigration and further strain California's already burdened social services. They believe that the state should prioritize the needs of its legal residents first. Section 5. Newsom's Dilemma, a political tightrope walk. Caught in the crossfire of this heated debate is Governor Gavin Newsom. His decision on whether to sign or veto AB 1840 will have major political ramifications. Signing the bill would alienate moderate and conservative voters, potentially jeopardizing his re-election chances. However, vetoing the bill would anger his progressive base, who see AB 1840 as a litmus test of his commitment to social justice. Newsom's dilemma highlights the challenges of governing in a deeply divided state like California. He must weigh the needs and desires of a diverse electorate while navigating the complexities of a politically charged issue. His decision on AB 1840 will have far-reaching consequences, not just for his own political future, but for the future of California. Can California afford AB 1840? Beyond moral and political arguments, can California afford AB 1840? The program's $1 billion annual price tag raises concerns about feasibility. Critics argue the state can't afford another costly program, given its budget deficit and recession threats. They cite the suspension of the down payment assistance program as evidence of financial strain. Critics say AB 1840 is symbolic, not substantive, and won't solve the housing crisis. Supporters argue the long-term benefits outweigh the costs. They believe investing in affordable housing will lead to a stronger economy and reduced homelessness. Section 7. A crisis of affordability, the broader housing picture. The debate over AB 1840 highlights a larger crisis gripping California, the lack of affordable housing. Years of underbuilding, rising construction costs, and a growing population have created a perfect storm, making it increasingly difficult for many Californians to afford a place to live. This crisis affects everyone, from low-wage workers to middle-class families, and has contributed to a rise in homelessness and economic inequality. AB 1840 supporters argue that the bill is a step towards addressing this broader crisis. They believe that providing homeownership opportunities to undocumented immigrants will increase the overall supply of affordable housing and alleviate some of the pressure on the market. Opponents counter that AB 1840 is a band-aid solution that fails to address the root causes of California's housing affordability crisis. They argue that the state needs to focus on increasing the supply of housing at all income levels, streamlining the permitting process, and addressing zoning regulations that restrict development. Section 8, a crossroads of values. Where do we go from here? The debate over AB 1840 is ultimately a debate about values. It forces us to confront fundamental questions about who we are as a society and what we owe to one another. Do we believe in providing a safety net for the most vulnerable, even if they are undocumented immigrants? Or do we believe in prioritizing the needs of our citizens first? There are no easy answers to these questions, but one thing is clear: California stands at a crossroads. The decisions we make today will have far-reaching consequences for generations to come. We must engage in thoughtful and respectful dialogue, weigh the costs and benefits of different approaches, and ultimately decide what kind of future we want to build for California.